the Gunners Lounge. You can hear the tempo, you can hear the sound. We are excited. And with me here today, I have AY, a fellow Gunner out here in Canada, Ottawa live. And we can't just contain our joy. Brother, tell
Yo,
me, what are you feeling right now?
this was amazing. Like it's been a while we've had like such a win where at the end of the game, remember when Nelson scored against Bournemouth?
Yes.
Enthusiasm, that drive, this was it today. Like that feeling was this was so good, right? A couple of things like I was looking at this game and it was giving me memories of like Man City, and I was like, oh my gosh, would this be a game where a team comes, don't play against us, manages to get a goal, and is able
Yeah.
to walk us out? And I was like, oh my gosh. But the drive, the game from both the people on the field, the subs, everyone was superb today.
Superb. Even before the game started, when I saw the starting lineup, which
Yeah,
was my major concern before getting into this game, are we going to go ultra defensive in the midfield? But Arteta actually showed us something different. Eze playing in the 10 with Zubimendi and Rice. The only difference that I saw that kind of like question a little bit was taking Saliba out. But
yeah,
make no mistake about it, we pressed them. In the
yeah,
first 10 minutes, the first 30 minutes, all of the chances we were creating, I was impressed.
yeah.
I was impressed. Only to get heartbroken by that goal from Ultimata. I knew he was going to be a threat, but I felt our defense is good enough to keep him, inside their pocket. Unfortunately, we have moments like this. And what that showed me was even if we have moments like this in a difficult ground like St. James Park, if we really want to go about winning a title, we need to show ourselves worthy. Even on days like this, where you
Oh,
play well and it seems everything is not falling in line for you.
bro, I want to even go further on that point you brought up, right? These kinds of games last season where against Ipswich, against Everton, they
Yeah,
managed to get one goal and we struggle for the whole 90. Either we can't score or we score one and get a draw. We score two and get a draw. Right?
yeah.
Those were very, very frustrating games for us last season. But one thing that I've seen that has been a change, and I hope we're able to build up on it this season, is against even stronger defenses right now that just sit back. Man City, Newcastle, they just sit, and we know these are very good players. We're able to
Yeah,
break that, right? So that gives me confidence against small, younger teams. Because against a lot of teams, they're just going to come in and sit down, just lock up. They're not going to attack you,
absolutely.
right? And
Yes.
those games against Man City, against Newcastle today, just give me that confidence that we can break down smaller teams even better. And kudos to everyone, man. Martin
Kudos to
Odegaard was on,
everyone.
yeah. Rice was the beast. The defense Timber was amazing. Like, I don't even know, man. Like, is it
See,
doing oh
th-
man.
there's something you mentioned there about breaking down that I'm going to bring to one of the fundamental things that changed the game for us. Arteta's decision, and not only his decision in terms of substitutions, but the quality of bench we now have, in the sense
Yes.
that bringing in Merino, bringing in Odegaard, changed the face of the game.
Yes.
Now, we pose a threat at every quarter of the 90 minutes
Yeah.
because we have the depth of squad to go with. I
Yes.
was questioning his first change, which was bringing out Mosquera for Saliba. I felt that would do harm to his confidence. I know that he was attributing that goal to Mosquera's decision to play it out for the corner, which I seem to see as atrocious, right? But it can happen in a game. But
Hmm.
the fact that we're able to get back from that, keep our head in the game. My worry in this game was that we'll get, to a victim mindset where it feels like maybe the ref is not blowing in our favor, the penalty didn't go our way, they are being too physical and the ref is not calling it. And I needed us to show that despite all of these, we can still come on top. And that is what we did.
This
That is
was
what we did.
That was beautiful because a lot of times too, I will sense it in the players that they're just like having that victim mentality. But today,
Yes.
like you can see from that first goal to the second goal, it was just. Did you even notice that once Merino scored, there was a player who went into the goalpost to pick up the ball, like let's go again, like
I
no
love
time to
I
slow
love that.
down
I loved it. I'm sure they heard some of the comments some of the fans were making
from
from
the
the
Man
game
City.
against City,
Yeah,
where it felt like we're too emotional about that equalizer. Now
Yeah,
we put the game to them. Like, you know what, we're hearing it and we're going to take it to them. Because,
that was
brother, we deserve this win. There's
yes,
nothing about the phase of play that shows that we didn't deserve it.
yeah, and it would
We
have been
deserve it
more.
100.
A lot of last season, also piggyback on last season, there were a lot of weeks that Liverpool would drop point, either through a draw or a loss. And then we'll play after and
Yeah,
we'll expect to win, but then we'll also draw or lose. And then we're like, you can't even take advantage of when your opponent is dropping points. But this is what we've shown today, right? We can take advantage.
yes,
Any slip up, we'll take advantage of it. And I'm really, really happy with the mindset shift. Both the people on the bench, both the people starting the game, like everybody feels like we can make a difference. So everyone's
we can
excited to
make a
come on
difference.
and make that difference. And to be fair, a lot of people said if we are able to come out of these first 6 games, Liverpool, Man U at home. I know they are not good, but at home it's something else.
Yeah,
Man City, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. Those are our top five. This is the only team we've played in the top six that I would say is a manageable, relatively
yeah,
lower standard team. But the rest are all top teams, right? And to come out with
absolutely.
13 points out of 18 is really kudos. And to even look at it, the way we lost those 5 points to, we could have done better. We know we're better, right? So we just need
Yes,
to piggyback on what we've been doing and just keep doing that. And we'll only get better from
exactly.
here.
Exactly. And you know, one of the things that everyone is talking about, Arteta might not be the man for the job. Arteta out when it goes down. Arteta out when it goes up. Arteta can do this. All me I'm looking for right now in Arteta is that he's learning from his mistakes.
Yeah,
I do not doubt the fact that he's a genius of a coach, right? But I don't want to see him making the same mistake twice. In the past 2 seasons, we've been falling victim to situations like this, where we play victim to the ref, we play victim to PGML, we play victim to physical and fiery matches, and we don't take opportunities when games like this present themselves, and when your opponent like Liverpool has dropped points, we don't take advantage. Now we are taking the advantage. In this season so far, we've seen Arteta make mistakes, and we've seen him correct the mistakes. In this game
yes,
so far, who would
yes.
have thought going away from home to a ground like St. James Park, you go with an Eze Zubimendi and Rice midfield? That shows you that he's doing something different. He's
Yeah,
watching, he's learning. There's a challenge for Arteta this season, and everyone listening, if you pay attention to it, Arteta has never been this stacked as far as his squad is concerned. He has a stacked squad. Imagine on the bench you're having people like Odegaard. You don't even talk about Nwaneri again
yeah,
because these guys are there. These guys want to play games, and you have a decision to make who can impact your game now. And we can see it in a game today that he made the decision and it was spot on. Merino came in, he gave us the goal. Odegaard came in, he put the ball on them. He was actually holding the ball, making intricate passes and splitting things, unlocking defenses. So we've gone into a new dimension. Brother, this is the test I was looking forward to. The
yeah,
first test we failed with Liverpool, I felt we could have done a job at Anfield, but Arteta made the mistake and he
yeah.
has learned. He made
We
a
learned
different
from
type of
that.
mistake against City, but he
Yes.
was able to scale away with a point. Today, he did not make a mistake, and we have to tell him thank you.
Kudos.
You are learning. Your flowers belong to you at this point in time because a lot of the fans we are quick to criticize him when he doesn't get it right.
Yeah.
He got it right today. We give him the
And
flowers.
and to your point, it was that same trio midfield that against Liverpool we all criticized, right? And
Yeah.
we all saw what came out of it. And in Man City, he tried it again, and I saw the logic with which he came through. And at halftime, he was like, "No." Like he changed the whole thing, and we're able to pull back a draw from that game. And this time,
Yes.
he's like, "We're not going with that midfield, even though it's a very physical game that Rice, Zubimendi, Merino might be fitted for. Let's learn. Let's try something different. Let's see how
Let's
it
try
goes
something
for us, and
different.
then we'll learn from that." And I really appreciate him for that. And I want all the players. My hope is that all the players please don't go into like personal, like I need to play. This is not about that. If you're coming from the bench, if you're doing, let's all just focus on one goal. Like, let's get that trophy. There's not, maybe next season, after we won a trophy, you can just say, I'm not playing. Right now, if you get 10 minutes, make that 10 minutes count.
Make it
Martinelli
yours.
is
Make it
making
yours.
every few minutes
Contribute.
count. Yeah, Odegaard came on today,
Contribute.
very few minutes. He made it count, right? So make those minutes count, right? And make the job
Absolutely.
of the
Well
manager
said.
very difficult.
Well said. We're on the 10-minute mark here, guys. I don't want to keep the video too long, but it's so exciting to capture the emotions and capture the passion just after a game. We are recording this, and I'm so happy to get you, AY, on the call. Thank you so much for showing up. For those that are watching, if you haven't subscribed and you're an Arsenal fan, you're dulling the support. Support us right now. Subscribe to the channel, like, put your feelings and your comments in the comment section. One of the most exciting things about this win right now is that I'm going into this week with my shoulders like this.
Oh
I'm going to
my
be listening to pundits talk
God.
about how
Oh
Liverpool dropped
my
points and how Arsenal came back, with a 2 point gap now.
Yeah.
That's what we live for. I'm going into
Yes.
this week with an excitement, and I'm so happy for
Yes.
all the other Arsenal fans out there. I'm happy
Yeah.
for everyone out there in London watching games. All the guys that went all the way to Newcastle, I'm happy for them because their drive back to London is going to be pleasurable. Come on, you Gunners, man. Let's
Come
do
on,
this.
you Gunners. Take care, my friend.